A very good day to Doctor. We are from Group 7 and now we are going to present our Stage 3 group assignment. Before starting, my name is Sherwin, my number is S70991. My task in this assignment is create a scenario and also prepare the proof document. For instruction, yellow box we need to key in manually and green box it will calculate automatically, and for the blue box the data will brought forward. And now I will be starting from the manufacturing company. First we click on statement and we select manufacturing. For the first yellow box we fill in the company name. For the sales of garments, we assume that the amount is 3 million. For the sales of fabric, we assume the amount is 2 million. And for the cost of goods sold, we assume the amount is 1.5 million. For the rental income, we assume the amount is 35,000. For royalties, we assume the amount is 45,000. For service contract, we assume the amount is 50,000. And for interest received, we assume the amount is 5,000. And for the blue box, the data will be brought forward from the notes. And this is the proof document for rental income. And this is the proof document for royalties. And this is the proof document for service contract. And lastly, this is the proof document for interest received. Okay, for the statement of financial position, the data for non-current asset will also brought forward from the notes. And for the yellow box in financial position, I will skip it for now because we won't use it in tax computation. And that's all from me. Thank you.
A very good day to Doctor. My name is Siwei Hong. My noble metric is A6998. In this task, I've been responsible to create all the formulas and link all the data in this Excel. And now I'm going to continue with the notes. For salary and wages, under number of employees, we assume there are only one manager. For senior designers, have 3 persons, skilled production staff, 15 persons, salesman is 5, and cleaner and security is 6 persons. For their money salary, for manager, we assume 5,000. For senior design is 4,000. For skilled production staff, 3,500. For salesperson is 2,000. And cleaner security is 1,500. For AKU, there are no AKU for manager, senior designs, and salespersons. For skilled production staff, we assume there are 2 persons is OKU, and cleaner security 1 person is OKU. For their EPF, managers we assume is 1,000. For senior design is 800. For skilled production staff is 500. For salesman is 400. And for the cleaner and security is 200. So for non-allowable EPF portion, it's already auto-calculated using my formula. Next, moving to the traveling expenses. Under traveling to meet clients, we assume there are 3,000 ringgit. And for the holiday, we assume 2,000 ringgit. Under insurance, for premium on insurance for personal, we estimate 2,000 ringgit. And for the insurance for business, we assume 8,000 ringgit. For entertainments, under entertainment for clients, we assume 3,000 ringgit. Entertainment for employees, 5,000 ringgit. And for general entertainment, 2,000 ringgit. For the donations, under approved donation, we assume 10,000 ringgit. Same with the non-approved donations, also 10,000 ringgit. Next, moving to the depreciation and the amortizations. Now I'm going to key in the acquisition cost for each asset. For the factory building, we assume the cost is 1.5 million. For the heavy machines, 800,000. For the motor vehicles, 400,000. For the office equipment, 500,000. And for the furniture and fittings, 300,000. And for the patents, we assume the acquisition cost is at 1 million. So this is the auto-calculated depreciation for the assets. Next is utility expenses. Under business usage, we estimate 1,900. For personal usage is 100. For the repair and maintenance, for business usage is 5,000. And personal usage, we estimate 500. For the zakat payment, we assume 10,000 payment. For the scholarship for Malaysian students, for both programs, we give 50k scholarships. Next, interest received derived from. We have 2 options here, either is local and foreign bank. In this case, we select foreign bank. Next, withholding tax. We have created a scenario that our company invite a public entertainer to make an advertisement on our product with a payment of 300,000. With the rate of 15%, the withholding tax is 255,000. And last, I'm also business law brought forward. We assume we have a 200,000 business law from last year. Next, let's just look at the IBA. The QB here is already auto-calculated using the portion here. The office also includes the 10% tax. Here is the example. If I change the 1/12 to 2/12, the portion is already exceeds the 10% and it will automatically become nil. Next is capital allowance. It's also calculated automatically. Now I'm going to do a disposal for furniture fittings. After I dispose, the AF in 2024 is already will become new and you will get a balancing charge of 70,000. So all the data that I key in the notes will bring to the statements. So this all blue box is from the notes. And for the reference, let me show you some examples. For the scholarships, so this is the example for the scholarship agreement. And another is withholding tax. So this is the withholding tax example scenario. That's all from my part. Thank you.
Salam sejahtera, Doctor. My name is Ding Hua Bo, metric number X69933. In this group assignment, my task is to prepare the tax computation. First, we'll click the computation. Here you will see the net profit before tax, and we need to add back the all not allowable expenses. For the director salary and EPF are wholly not allowed, we need to add back. And for the utility expenses, we only allow for the business portion, and for the personal portion, we need to add back. For the entertainment expenses, for the regular customer and the general entertainment, we only allow 50%, which another 50% we need to add back. And for the repair and maintenance, we only allow for business usage, and for the personal usage, we need to add back. Now, for the insurance expenses is same. For the business usage, we need to exempt. And for the personal insurance for the personal, we need to add back. And for the depreciation and amortization, same wholly are not allowed. For the donation, the approval or non-approval, we need to add back. And later we need to deduct. For the EPF expenses, IRB only allow for 19%, and another from the 19% we need to add back. For the traveling expenses, traveling to meet the client are exempt, and traveling to holiday we need to add back. After that, we need to deduct the double deduction for OKU salary and for the scholarship. After that, we need to minus the all non-business income, the rental income, royalty, service contract, interest received, gains on disposal asset, and the total is 140,000. After that, we will get the adjusted business income, and we need to add back the balancing charge for disposal asset and less the capital allowance and industrial building allowance. After that, we will get the statutory income, and we need less or minus the unabsorbed business loss, which is brought forward from the previous year, and we need to add back all the other income for the interest received, rental income, and royalty. For the royalty, we have the exemption for the Para 32B, which is 20,000. After that, we get the aggregate income. After that, we need to deduct the approved donation and the zakat. For the approved donation is restricted to the 10% of the aggregate income, and zakat is 2.5% from the aggregate income. After that, we will get the judgment income. For the tax rate, first 130,000 is 50%, and next 450,000 are 70%, and exit the 600,000 are 24%. Here is the total income tax payable. We need to compare with the withholding tax payable, which is 255,000, and here is the 136,850. We need to pay extra. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dayam Nurul Insyirah binti Idris, metric number S71212. Today I'm going to show you how to do technology statement. Okay, our technology company name is SYSDN DH Sdn Berhad. Okay, as for direct game sales, the amount is 7 million. In-app purchases 11,500,000. Then this is the total revenue for this. Then we less cost of goods sold amounted 16,700,000. Okay, this is the total we got for gross profit, and the other income we need to plus the other income. For rental income we got 300,000, and for royalties 550,000. For service contract 200,000, and last one is on disposal we have 55,000. Okay, the blue column is brought forward from NOS. Same goes to this. This one we don't need to key in because we don't use it for tax computation. Okay, next for salary we have one manager. Monthly salary is 10,000. For game designer we have 6 employees. For game designer salary 7,500, and for programmer we have 10. Salary 5,000 monthly. Artists and animators also 10%. Salary 3,000, and sound designer and composers we have 8. For monthly salary we have 2,500. We have no OKU employee, so monthly EPF for manager is 2,500. For game designer is 1,900. For artists and animators 1,750. And the last one, sound designer and composers, monthly EPF is 500. So this is the total from this calculation. And then for traveling expenses to meet client is 7,000. For holiday 4,000. So this is the total we got for traveling expenses. Next one is insurance is 15,000, and 10,000 for business insurance. This is the total for entertainment. Entertainment for client is 10,000. For employees 20,000, and the last one is general entertainment is 15,000. So this is the reference that we can look. For example, insurance reference. So this is the insurance reference, insurance receipt. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syahir bin Muhammad Jari. My metric number is S71368. So for the donation notes, for the approved donation, we assume that the payment is 8,000. Also for the non-approved donation is 8,000. Next, we go to depreciation and amortization. For the column cost, this is the amortization payment. So for the building, we assume that the payment cost is 1 million. And that is automatically calculated for the depreciation in the RM column, which is the depreciation for building is 1,000 ringgit. Next, for the computer equipment and peripherals, the cost for the amortization is 500,000. For the office equipment is 250,000. For the server, we assume the cost is 300,000. And the last is furniture and fitting. We assume the cost is 200,000. So we got the total for amortization is 2,250,000. So next for the copyright is we assume the cost is 700,000. Next, we move to utilities expense. For the business usage, we assume the payment is 1,700 and the personal usage is 100 ringgit. Move on to repair and maintenance. For the business usage, we assume 4,500 and for the personal usage is 400 ringgit. Next is zakat. So the zakat payment, we assume the payment is 8,000 ringgit. For the scholarship for Malaysia student, for the diploma program student, the payment is 45,000 ringgit. Also for the degree program student, we put 45,000 ringgit also. Next is interest received derived from. So there are two options of bank, which is local bank and foreign bank. So we choose local bank. Next is withholding tax. The public entertainer advertisement, the payment is 250,000. For the tax rate is 15% and the withholding tax is 212,500. Lastly, for the unabsorbed business loss brought forward, for the business loss, we assume that the payment is the loss is 15,000. So this is the example of reference repair and maintenance. This is the reference for repair and maintenance. Next, we move to IBA, which is the amount is calculated by the portion given. As you can see at the office column, the amount is nil because of the percentage is not more than 10% rules. Next, we move to capital allowance, which is the amount is auto calculated. Now, I want to make a disposal for office equipment, which is we assume the amount is 200,000, and there are balancing charge, which is 50,000. So as you can see at the statement, they are gain on disposal, which is 25,000. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Naufal Nuri. My metric number is S71698. And now I want to tell about tax computation. Alright, first one, we have to add non-allowable expenses. The salary, we put 115,000, and then utility expenses for personal portion, we only take 100. Next one, business term expenses, 5,000, internal expenses 7,500, and then repair and maintenance only 400. Next, insurance expenses 15,000, depreciation expenses 216,000, amortization expenses 17,000, donation 16,000, EPF expenses for employees 64,200, travelling expenses 400. Okay, so after that we total non-allowable expenses. We get the total non-allowable expenses is 592,200. After that we have to minus revenue expenses eligible for double deduction. Okay, the first one is salary and wages for OKU workers. We put nil, and then scholarship for Malaysian students we put 19,000. After that we have to minus all non-business income such as rental income, royalties, service contract, insurance reserve, gain and disposal. And then we total the non-business income, we get 1,130,000. And then after that we have to compare with the non-allowable expenses, less revenue expenses eligible for double deduction, less non-business income, and then we got the total adjusted business income is 540,000 and 3,300. After that we have to add balancing charge and less capital allowance, industrial building allowance, balancing allowance. Sorry. And then we get the statutory income for business and less unabsorbed business loss bring forward. We got 15,000. After that we get the total adjusted statutory business income. Alright. For total adjusted statutory income, we get 362,000 and 633. Alright. For the interest received, we got nil. And then for the section 4D, for the rental income, we put the 300,000. And already we have the exemption, that exemption pada 32B, we put 22,000 minus 22,000. And then we got the total other income is 830,000. And then we compare with the amount that above, and we get the total aggregate income is 482,367. And then we less the appropriate donation and zakat payment. And then we get the total chargeable income 498,367. Okay, for the tax rate, first 115,000 we get the 50%, and the next 415,000 we get 70%. At 600,000 we get the 34,000. And then we got the income tax payment 81,722, and we have to compare with the withholding tax payment is 212,000 and 500. After that, we compared with that, we got the income tax charge or refund is 130,778. That's all for me. Thank you.